Hello dear traders, you're watching the combined review of currency and commodity markets with me, Anna Kasatkina. The US dollar fell on Friday to its lowest since March 26 after a report showed that the US job growth slowed sharply in May and wages rose less than expected. The weak data suggests that the loss of momentum in economic activity has spread to the labor market, which will further support forecasts that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates this year. Rising expectations of a cut have pulled the dollar by 1.2% lower last week. Against the euro, it lost 1.8%, closing at 1.1333. The market is now pricing in 2 to 3 rate cuts in 2019, with only a 1.3% chance that rates will be at their current levels in December. Sterling rose to a 2-week high of 1.2736 on Friday, helped mostly by the ailing dollar. The pound posted its first weekly gain in a month, adding 100 points. Against the Japanese yen, the dollar weakened to 108.16. Among the biggest movers was the Canadian dollar, which strengthened to 1.3270 from 1.3510 a week ago. Meanwhile, the crypto markets were firmly in the green on Friday, with Bitcoin breaking back above the $8,000 mark. Having surged above the psychological price point of $9,000 in May, Bitcoin has since seen significant corrections, briefly trading below $7,600 on June 6. On Friday, the top coin was seeing solid green, trading at $7,991, up by 2.38% on the day. On the week, the cryptocurrency's losses remained at 3.4%. Oil futures climbed for a second straight session on Friday. Prices got a boost from news of a possible progress between the US and Mexico over tariffs and some expectations that major oil producers will extend their production cut agreement beyond this month's expiration. Friday's data on the largest weekly decline in active US oil drilling rigs in 6 weeks also provided support. West Texas Intermediate crude for July delivery rose to $53.99 a barrel on the New York Mercantile Exchange. WTI saw a 0.9% rise for the week. August Brent ended at $63.29 a barrel on ICE Futures Europe. The contract rose by 2.1% for the week. Meanwhile, gold futures on Friday gained from declines in the US dollar and Treasury yields. August gold on COMEX settled at $1,346.10 an ounce, notching an 8th week of gains in a row. The metal rose by about 2.7% for the week. You've watched Combined Review of Financial Markets with me, Anna Kasatkina. Thanks for watching and see you back soon.